Hello student, welcome back to our computer class. Today we are going to revise our lesson number 3, that is working with Windows, and lesson number 4, Tux Paint. So we will start with lesson number 3 is working with Windows. Okay. So what is operating system? It is nothing but the program of a computer. It is a program of a computer is called operating system. It is a medium to interact between hardware and using software. Hardware means like your mouse, keyboard, CPU. Okay, these are the hardwares to interact with this using software. This is an operating system. We have seen a different operating system like Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP. Now we are using a Windows 10. Nowadays we are using Windows 10. They have some good features. That's why the Windows 7 is most popular. Okay, like they that it is a searching made easier and very faster. If you want to search anything in a Google Chrome or anything, it will make it is easier and more faster. Then it can support multitask, like you can draw at a time, you can hear songs, you can play. Okay, so for that purpose it is very popular. Then starting window. How to start a window? When we switch on a computer, okay, there will be some automatic one window will appear. For window there are 4 colors, right? Orange, yellow, green, blue will appear, and it will show Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 10. This is nothing but our Windows is starting. While this window is open, you will see the blue screen. It is nothing but the desktop, and small graphics are there. Okay, that is nothing but the icons. See here, it is a blue color, it is a desktop, and this Google Chrome, recycle bin, these are the icons, and here our windows we can see. Got it? Now the taskbar. This taskbar is located at the bottom of the screen. Okay, on the left hand side there is a start button, and the right hand side it is a notification area, means that it is shows the time, or if you connect a pen drive or any connection, internet connection, it will notify there. That's why it is called a notification area. It will show that your internet is get connected, your pen drive is get connected. That is on the right hand side. So see here, these are the taskbar. So here on the left hand side it is start button, and on the right hand side there are the notification area, like time you can see, date you can see, then connection, volumes. Okay, these are the notification area. So whatever window you open, it will show down on the taskbar which windows you are going to use. Like here we are using Notepad, okay, libraries, Internet Explorer. This will show in the taskbar. Now we will see start button. All of you know start button, that is small on the left hand side. Okay, when you click on it, a menu will pop up like this. See here, it is a, when we click on a start button, a menu will pop up. Then computer. What is a computer? Computer is a folder. Whatever the file and folder you have saved in a computer, that is stored in a computer folder. Whatever the files, folder, videos or music you have stored it in a computer folders. Got it? See here, when we click on a computer, you can see drives there. C drives, D drives, E drives, and you can see even recycle bin is also there. Folder, different folder, then different windows are there. Okay, all these are saved in a computer folder. Now file. What is a file? Whatever the information you write on a computer, okay, after writing you save it. You save that on the hard disk. Whatever the information you write, it is saved on the hard disk of a computer. Okay, sometime you have to copy that, so you copy on the pen drive. That is nothing but the file. Whatever information you write and stored, it is called a file, stored on the hard disk. Okay, hard disk, CD, DVD or pen drive, it is called a file. Okay, then what is a folder? So folder is a cabinet which can hold a different files, whether it is Excel, PDF, PPT, your WordPad, all these files this folder can hold is called a folder. Sometimes a different folder, you can make a folder within a folder. Okay, so it is called a subfolder. If you can make folder within a folder is called a subfolder. So see here, you can see this single pages like budget, cover letter. These are the files, and folders, yellow color you can see folder. In that there are many files are there, many files. So one folder can one folder, in one folder there are many files can be stored. Sometimes in folder there is another folder, we can call that is subfolder. Now how to create a file. First you have to open your WordPad, you have to write. Okay, when after writing you want to save, so you have to click on file, you have to click on save button, and see here for you can click on WordPad, then you are going to write something. After that you have to click on file. Here it is given a file. In that file, left hand side corner there is a file. You click on that and menu will pop up. In that there is a save as button. After clicking on save as dialog box will open. In that you have to write your file name and click on save button. Your file get saved. In this way your file will get created. Now how to create a folder? For creating a folder you have to click a right mouse button on a blank area, means on the blank desktop you have to click a right mouse button. A pop-up menu will appear. After that, see here, after creating pop-up menu will open up. There is a new menu is there, new. Click on new, you will see another pop-up menu. In that there is a folder shortcut. Okay, click on folder, your new folder will get created. Like this new folder will get created, and you have to give the name to that folder. Whatever you want to give, you can give name to that folder. Now we will see how to open a file and folder. To open a file and folder, you have to just, it is on the desktop, you have to double click. Okay, by double clicking your folder or file get open, or you can just click a right mouse button. Okay, like this. See, if you do a double click it will get open, and if not you can just click a right mouse button, menu will pop up. There it is given new or open, so you click on open, it will get open automatically. Now using context menu, which is also called a shortcut menu. This is a when you click on a right mouse button, there is menu will pop up. In that there is a shortcut menu also. So which software you want to make a shortcut, you can make a shortcut menu. Now see what happened when we right click in the blank area of the desktop. When we click in a blank area on the desktop, a different menu will appear. Okay, so in that there is a personalized. By using this personalized, you can change your background color, your desktop screen, setting of a desktop screen, even screensaver you can change, appearance of icons, menu. This we can change by using personalized option, which is on the right mouse button. By clicking a right mouse button on the blank area of a desktop. See here. Okay, now we see right click button on the object. Now we will see the what will happen when we click a right mouse button on the object. Now when on any icon, I will say, while clicking a right mouse button on any icon, see here, like desktop is a icon, we are clicking a right mouse button. See, you can see open is there, means you click on open, it will get open a new window. Then there are different, so there in the last there is a properties are given. Okay, properties, it will shows you their properties, how much GB it will be, it will occupy, all these things are shown. The next is what is a shortcut, how to make a shortcut of any file or folder. It is an icon that provide an easy and quick way to open a file or folder. If you want to make a shortcut of Microsoft Word, okay, and you don't want to go to start button and then click on accessories and then all programs, then accessories, and then to the WordPad. So you can use this shortcut menu. Okay, so it gives a shortcut to your icons that it will directly jump on that. So see here, like this it will appear. For that, what will you have to see? There are different shortcut menus. So how to create this shortcut icons for Microsoft? We are going to see how to create a shortcut icons for this Microsoft Word. You have to go on a start button. Okay, after start button, again we will go in the all programs, and we have to select the Microsoft Word Office, whichever it is. Now it is 2010. Okay, 2000 or 2011, 2007. Okay, we are using now a 2010. So you have to go in Microsoft Office Word 2010 from the Microsoft Office folder. Okay, now see here, all program we are going, and we are now selecting a Microsoft Office. After selecting this Microsoft Office, you have to right click on Microsoft Office 2007. See here we are using 2010. So after Microsoft Office, here is a Microsoft Word 2010. We have to select that and click a right mouse button. So see here, after clicking on that right mouse button, see again there is a send to is there, send to option is there. Click on send to option. After clicking on send to option, there is a desktop create shortcut, means on the desktop you want a shortcut of that file. So you have to select the desktop create shortcut. So after clicking on that, your shortcut will get created. A shortcut of Microsoft Word appear on the desktop with the jump arrow in the left corner. Double click on the shortcut icon to open the application directly. So now see here, like this it will appear. There is a jump arrow at the left hand corner. Okay, got it till this? Yes. How we use Microsoft Windows? Okay, we have seen how to work with Microsoft Windows. Device the TuxPaint. So TuxPaint is a free software. It is a drawing mascot. It gives a children creativity, most creativity. In this TuxPaint there is a stamp, so you can use that stamp in your personalized stamp, so you can use it in your drawing. It also gives a sound effect to your drawing. And when you want to save the images, you no need to give a name to a file. You directly save the drawing or your images. Okay, now we will see how to open the TuxPaint. So for that, you have to click on start button, then all programs. Then there in all programs there is a TuxPaint folder is there, and in that folder there is a TuxPaint window. You have to click on that window. See here, after clicking all programs, there is a TuxPaint. In that TuxPaint there is TuxPaint windowed is there. One is TuxPaint full screen, and one is TuxPaint windowed. You have to click on TuxPaint windowed. So after clicking that TuxPaint windows, you will open this TuxPaint window. See here, there it is given a tools. Okay, paint, stamp, line, shape, these are the tools, and here if brushes are given, this is a sub tools. Here down color is also given. Okay, now we are going to see a pen tool. What is the use of pen tool? This pen tool is similar that we are using in the Microsoft Paint. It is used to paint and draw anything that you want. Okay, after selecting a paint, in here you can see that you will get the different brushes. Okay, sub tool. It is similar to the MS Paint. You can use to draw freehand image or sketch by using this brush. When you click on this tool, see a pen tool, the brushes is a sub tool you will get. With the help of this, you can draw in the TuxPaint. And down here it is given a penguin. You can see down, okay, that this penguin will tell you that you have pick a color and brush shape. Now you can draw on the windows, TuxPaint's windows. Next, what is a subtool? We will see. Subtool is a unique feature in the TuxPaint. So we have seen in the MS Paint it is given. Okay, there is, but which brush you want to use, it is not given. So here it is subtool is given. That is, this is the unique feature of the TuxPaint. Okay, so as per that you will select any brush. You can choose any brush shape from the sub tool on the right hand side. Even there are more than 50 different shape you can use. See here, after in tools you can click on paints. There it is shown in the brush is there. So here brushes, you can use any brush, which type you want, uh, broad brush or narrow brush. Okay, which type of you want, you can choose from here. And how many brush, total brush they have given, 50 different type of brush are they have given. Okay, then the next is, what is the use of haze brush shape. So haze brush is also there. Haze brush is a unique subtool which has a hazy appearance means when you see any mountain, tree from a long distance, it gives you haze, it creates a hazy appearance. Okay, like that you can, by using this brush you can give to your drawing. Okay, it is used to draw objects that are far away. See here, that like this it is drawn. What it is drawn here, mountain is drawn. How it is looking, that it gives a hazy appearance, means it is far away from us, it will showing like this. So different brush are used for different effects to give in your drawing. Okay, then what is a magic tool? This is the most special feature. What it is? It is the most special feature of Tux Paint in the magic tools. This magic tools, mostly in Tux Paint this magic tools are going to use. So remember, this magic tools is the most important feature. I can't special, but it is very most important feature of the Tux Paint in the Tux Paint, this magical tool. Okay, it is used to draw and give amazing effect to a pictures. It is used to draw and also it will give a different amazing effect to the picture. When you select a magic tools and you select any what we say, like any shape or any appearance effect you want select, your this magic tools will get changed to the pointer will get changed to the magic wand. It work as a magic wand. Okay, and it will apply some magical effect to the drawing. For this purpose this magical tool is used, because after to give amazing effect, it will click on that amazing effect and your pointer will get changed into magical wand, and it will give amazing effect to your drawing. Magical effects, or we say amazing effects. See here, in tool there is a magic tool. Okay, after clicking on magic tool, here on the right hand side a magic subtool will appear. See there, fish eye, flip, flower, okay, foam. This will, when you click any, here we use a we click on a flower. Okay, after clicking on that flower, our pointer will change into magical wand. Wherever you click that magical wand, you the flower will get created automatically. Okay, so got the use of this magic tool. Now we will see blur magic. This is the sub tool. Okay, in the magic tool there is blur sub tool is there. Okay, this that it will give a blur effect to your pictures. So here it is, while clicking on the magic, in magic subtool there is a blur. When you use that blur tool, so it will give a blur effect to your drawing. See here, that river, it will show little bit blur. The cloud, it will show little bit blur. It will give a blur effect. And again here the small penguin will tell you. See here, it is given there, small penguin. Click and drag the mouse around the blur to blur the image. Which image you want to blur, you have to drag it. Okay, so here see, you can see that river will see little bit blur. That cloud is, we can see little bit blur. Okay, this effect will give by this blur tool. Now grass effect, this is also given in the magic subtool, this grass effect. By just clicking on the grass and you can give the grass effect. So see, these are the this type of effect you will get on in your drawing. It is in the magic tools subtools grass effect. Okay, now see here, in the magic tool there is this grass. Now see, your wand will change in your magic pointer will change into wand. Whenever you click this wand, there you can see a grass is created. Whenever you click on the window, you will see the grass will created. So here again our little bit panda will say that, sorry, little bit penguin will say click and move to draw grass. Okay, now the next is fill tool. This is fill tool is same as the MS Paint. Okay, to fill the color in a object. This is also again the magical tool. It is in the subtool of magic tools. Okay, so when you click in the tool magic tool, there is again in magic subtools there is a fill. So when you draw anything, you can fill with the help of this fill tools. See here we have fill the colors in different shape. Okay, now the next is using flower tool. This flower tool again, it is in the subtool of magic tool. It is present in the subtool of magic tool. So again clicking on the flower, we have already seen in previous slide that how to add flower to your images. See here, in magic subtool you click on flower, and with the help of that wand you can, wherever you want to draw flower, just you have to click with that wand. Okay, and again this small penguin will going to tell you that drag to draw, how to click and drag to draw a flower. Got it? Now the next is stamp tool. So this is a stamp tool. It is a simple tool which is used to put a stamp. Stamp is nothing but an image provided by the TuxPaint. There is some images provided in the TuxPaint, so you can add that image in your drawing. Like if you want to draw a jungle, you want to show a tiger, elephant, so this type of image is present in the TuxPaint. By using, and we that images we can call a stamp. By using that stamp you can show the real effect to that your drawing. Okay, so it is a click on the stamp tools. Now we will see what will happen when we click on the stamp tool. Now see here, in tool there is a stamp tool. When you click on the stamp tool, again on the left hand side you can click on a, in tools you click on a stamp. After clicking on a stamp, then right hand side you will see a different stamp is there. Okay, so here we have seen a farm. What is in the farm? There are tree, there are some flies, there are some hens, there are some goats. Okay, some flowers, all this. So with the help of this stamp you can give this effect to your drawing. Here it is given a small down, there is an arrow in the blue, two arrows are, that is left arrow and the right arrow. This right arrow means you want to see more stamps. By doing that you can click on right arrows. Okay, and this, see here, it is showing that sloper bar. This sloper bar, it is used to increase the size of the stamp. This down sloper bar is given so that you can increase the size of your stamp. Okay, we can also use the mirror image. We can also use the mirror image of the stamp by choosing mirror options. Okay, if you want to give a mirror image to the stamp, by using a mirror option we can do it. Okay, so here it is given stamp, and here we are using the mirror image. See here, it is there is one duck is there, big one duck and small duck is there, same color. It is giving a mirror image. In the stamp there is on the down there is a mirror image is there, mirror button is there. By using that you can use the mirror image. The next is pattern brush shape. So to draw beautiful patterns we can use paint tool, using paint tools. Now we can you can select any of the pattern shape from the sub tools. Okay, for that you have to select a pen tools and see the brush sub tools, that is on the right hand side we have seen. Okay, now you have to scroll down and select the vine shape. You have to select a color for that petals. Now we will see here. Okay, in the tools we have seen a paint brush. Okay, with the help of brush we have given the different color to the trees. Okay, then we have seen the bark of the trees in color. Okay, we have draw a leaves and flowers, and we also gives a different colors. We have click on stem and give the stem brown colors. Okay, with the help of this we can do. Now the next is line tools. So line tools are used to draw a straight line or straight pattern, that it will work as a similar as that we are used in a MS Paint. Okay, the straight line you want, but thick, thin. Okay, but it is same as that of the MS Paint. Which brush you want to use, thick or thin. So here only different between pen tool and the line tool in order which the drawing is displayed. So here it is given a paint and there it is given a line tool. Okay, so now we are going to see the use of the line. Okay, in tools there is a line tool. After clicking on the line tool, okay, so which there again appear a brushes. Okay, so there which type of line you want, straight line, okay, horizontal line, vertical line. So here with the help of that line we have drawn the box. Can you see this? Yes, but here in the brushes subtool, see there is a different lines are given, small, thick. Okay, like this, whatever shape you want, means how much size, thick size, thin size, you can adjust through this brush. Okay, now the next is saving a file. Now we have to save after finishing our drawing we have to now save a file. For saving, I have already told you, to save your file you don't need to give the file name. Okay, so for saving there is a save tool is there. Okay, so there is no need to mention the file name. TuxPaint saves your file as a thumbnail. How? Thumbnail it will saves. Okay, so naughty, and who will confirm that your file is saved? This naughty penguin will confirm that your file gets saved successfully. So see here in this picture, in the down there it is given in the tools, paint, stamp, line, shape, text, magical, undo, redo, eraser, new, open, save. So you have to save you have to click on the save button. Once it will saved, that penguin will show you. See here, penguin will show your image have been saved, means your image is successfully saved. Got it? How to save? Now the next is open a save file. To open a saved file, there is again open button. Okay, open tool is there. You will see all the images that you have seen been saved in a TuxPaint till date. So when you click on this open button, you will see the different images. See in the tools open, we have click on open buttons. Okay, you will see a different image. You have to search that this is the image we have saved. After clicking on that saved image, you have to click there, open in green color it is shown. Okay, so you have to click on that open. So after clicking that, your image will get or drawing will get open. Again here penguin will save. Choose the picture you want and then click on open. After choosing the picture from this window and click on the open button, your drawing or your image will get opened. Okay, understand how this TuxPaint will get work? Yes, how to save and how to open. For save, we know we have to only thumbnail will be used. We don't need to give a file name. Okay, and while opening you have to select the image and click on open. Okay, we have seen both lesson number 3 and lesson number 4 revision. Okay.